today to transform your body. We're going to bring that heart rate up during the exercises, bring it down during the stretching, torching more fat and calories. My name is Amy. I have Marie and Lacey with me today. So we're going to go ahead and get warmed up. So just kind of bring those feet right underneath your hips. We're going to roll those shoulders down and back. We're going to start with 3 really deep breaths. So just inhale, bringing those arms all the way up. And then exhale, letting it all go. We're going to do 2 more. Inhale, bring those arms up. Exhale, let it all go through those fingertips. 1 more right here. Inhale. As you bring those arms up, go ahead and bring your hands together to touch. You're going to interlock your fingers, releasing your index fingers, crossing your thumbs. Go ahead and step those feet in, those toes and heels touching. So we're going to start with half moon pose and hands to feet pose. So go ahead and stretch your body up towards the ceiling and just start by bending your body right and left a few times here. Right, left, right, left. All right, let's go ahead and stop in the middle. So you want to make sure those elbows are completely locked out. Those biceps right next to your ears. Hips pressed forward, upper body leaning back, chin up. Inhale, breathing, stretch it up. Now bend your body over towards the right. Without bending your elbows or your knees, pushing your hips to the left, getting a nice stretch here down the left side of your body. Push your left hip forward, bring that right shoulder forward. Come down and push, push, push. Release back to the center. Inhale, breathing, stretch it up. Now bend your body to the left. Again, you want to keep those elbows and knees completely locked out, driving your hips towards the right side, getting that stretch all the way down the right side of your body. Push that right hip forward, left shoulder forward. Come down and push, push, push. Release back to the center. So next is backward bending. So you're going to drop your head back as far as it goes. Now go ahead and bring your arms back immediately. You're trying to touch the wall behind you. So you want to bend your spine backward from top to bottom, lower back, middle back, upper back, total spine, really backward bending here. You want to push that upper body back. See if you can fall down backwards. Maximum body weight in the heels, stomach, legs, hips, everything. Push forward towards the mirror, arms back, look back, fall back, release. Go ahead and come on up. We're going to release those arms down by our side, just bending the knees, bringing the hands to the floor right in front of the feet. Now just kind of walk those hips out, right, left, right, left. Now you're going to grab those heels from behind, underneath the heels. So you're trying to step on all 5 fingers of each hand here. See if you can get those elbows behind the legs on the calf muscles. Really pull your heels as hard as possible, stretching your body down from the lower spine towards the floor. So your stomach should be on your thighs, chest on your knees, face on the legs just below the knees. Slowly push your knees back as hard as possible. See if you can lock out your knees. You're getting a tremendous stretching feeling. Pull on those heels, push your knees back and lock your knees. Exhale, breathing, lock your knees. Roll forward, lock your knees. Eyes open, face to your legs. Last chance right here. Lock your knees, lock your knees, lock your knees. Release. You can go ahead and roll it up nice and slow. And when you get to the top, just bring those arms down by your side. All right, so now we're going to work on getting that heart rate up. So what you're going to do is face your bar, maybe your countertop, back of a couch. You're going to start with those hands shoulder width apart. Those feet are hip width apart and parallel. You're going to take a giant step back so your body comes to a 45-degree angle. You're going to rise high onto the toes and then bend those elbows. You're coming down to a semi-push-up position. So that body's in one long line. Those abs are nice and tight. And we're just going to start by lifting those knees towards your chest right here. So you're going to lift right, left, good. Lift, lift. So think about pointing those toes as you lift the knee. And then softly landing on the feet. Lift, lift, good. Now add a rotation. You're going to go opposite knee towards that opposite elbow. Getting a nice twist through the waist. Twist, twist. You want to keep that core nice and tight. Working those obliques. Twist, twist. Now back to center. Lift, lift. 10 more right here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last one right there. Go ahead and stay on those toes. Body still at that 45-degree angle. And we're going to work some full body push-ups down for 2 counts. So it's down, 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 2, up, 2. So you want the weight in the palms of your hands here. So you squeeze those glutes and that core. One more slow. Down, down. Now speed it up. Big bend, big press up. Big bend, big press. Bend, press. There's 4, 3, 2. Last one here. We're going to hold that one up. Go ahead and walk those hands in. You want your palms flat. Your elbows are now close to your body. Same sequence, tricep push-ups. Down for 2. So it's down, down, up, up, down, 2. So make sure those elbows just come right outside the rib cage as you lower that chest. You want to work that tricep. One more slow. Down, 2. Now speed it up. Big bend, big press. Bend, press. Really pushing that surface away from your body, working that tricep. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Last one like this. Hold this one low. Little pulses to finish. Little pulse, pulse. So those elbows are nice and tight. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Really nice work. Just pull off, kind of do a little back stretch here. Really. All right. So if you have some dumbbells or a light set of weight, we're going to keep working that upper body. If not, you can do all of this with no weights at all. You're going to start by bringing those heels together. Those toes are apart, so those feet are in a V. You're going to hinge forward at the waist. You want a nice long straight spine here. And we're going to start with those arms forward on the diagonal. You want your palms facing one another. We're going to take a little bend in those elbows. Make sure those abs are nice and tight. We're just going to take those arms back for 2 counts right here. So you're going to lift up, 2, down, 2. Good. So we're working that upper back, which is why we're really hinged forward here with a little bend in those elbows. Lift, squeeze, down, 2. We're going to work one more slow. Now speed it up. So it's lift, lower. Good. Lift, down. We'll do 4 more like this. 2. Last one here. You're going to take those arms straight. Now go ahead and drive those elbows back. We're just going to squeeze. Little squeeze, squeeze. So as you can see, those weights are nice and close here. Elbows going right back behind us. Now hold that squeeze. We're just going to move big. You're just going to move forward, back, forward, back. Okay. So we're working those lats. This weight is pretty light, so exaggerate the motion. Forward, back. Now we're going to change this next one. So you're going to go forward, back, extend, curl. Good. Forward, back, extend, curl. So we brought back that tricep by adding that curl. Forward, back, extend, curl. Couple more like this. Last one right here. Now hold this one in. One squeeze, one lift. So squeeze, lift up. Squeeze, lift. So think about keeping those arms stick straight here. Squeeze, lift. Now hold the squeeze. Little pulse. Pulse right towards the ceiling. Just 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Option, you can pick up something heavier. Stick with what you're using. We're going to move our feet hip width apart and parallel. We're going to roll those shoulders down and back. We're just going to take the arms out straight like a T right here. So you're going to lift out and down. Lift, lower. So we're working the tops of those shoulders now. That back is nice and straight. A little bend in those knees. So we're going to keep working the shoulders. We're going to add something here. So you're going to lift up, forward, down, back, good. Lift, front, out, down. Just hitting those shoulders from a slightly different angle. Last one here. Now hold the arms here. You're going to go back, forward. So we're working that chest, keeping those elbows right in line with those shoulders. Let's do 2 more. Now hold this one back. Those elbows are going to come in. Angle those arms out. We're going to go out, 2, in, 2. So you're working those biceps right here. Out, 2. One more slow. Now speed it up. So it's out, in, good. 4, 3. Last one, hold it here. You're just going to lower, lift, down, up. So I have my biceps angled. You're welcome to keep them forward if you'd rather. Couple more. Now hold this one up. We're going to take those arms up like a goalpost. You're just going to lift, come down, close, then open. So we're almost at the end here. Working that chest and those shoulders. With that chest press. 2 more. Last one here. You're going to hold those arms in. 1 squeeze, 1 lift. Squeeze, lift up. Squeeze, lift. Good. So those forearms are just framing the sides of your face. You're torching the tops of those shoulders. Now hold the squeeze, just pulse it up. Little pulse, pulse. That was your last changing arm. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release those weights. Go ahead and lose those weights. We're going to stretch quickly. We're going to start with eagle arms. So you're going to take those arms overhead. You're just going to swing that right arm under the left, cross twist, and bring those palms together in front of your face. So you want your thumbs facing you, pinkies towards the front. You're just driving those elbows down. Now if you need to, you can just take a hold of those shoulders. Same thing here, bringing the elbows down towards the floor. Release. We're going to extend that right arm across the left side of your body, keeping those shoulders down and level before you pull for that stretch. Release. Go ahead and send that right arm up. You're going to bend at the elbow for that tricep stretch. Those fingertips just between the 2 shoulder blades. Release. Send that right arm up. You're going to take a hold of that right wrist. Take a slight bend towards the left, getting that stretch all the way down the right side of your body. Release. Let's go ahead and switch it out. So you're going to bring that left arm under the right, cross twist, palms together in front of you. Elbows down towards the floor, getting that stretch in the tops of your shoulders. Release. We're going to send that left arm across the right side of your body, avoiding that elbow as you gently pull for a stretch. Release. Let's send that left arm straight up, bending at the elbow for that tricep stretch. Release. Left arm goes straight up. Take a hold of that left wrist. Slight bend towards the right. Getting that stretch now down the left side of your body. Release. Go ahead and bring it up. We're going to start torching those sides. So for this first exercise, we're going to actually stay facing our bar. You can do the exact same thing, just at the countertop with one hand on the bar. We're going to start by bringing those heels together and those toes apart so your feet are in a V. You're just going to rise high onto those toes and then glue those heels back together to touch. You're going to lower that seat down. Those abs are nice and tight, those shoulders over your hips. And we're just going to start with that right knee, and you're just going to press back, back. Little press, press. So we're working that right outer thigh now. Little press, press, back. Now take it to the left. Little press, press. So now that right leg is just holding stationary. You're moving that left knee. Press, back, back. back. Now both knees together. Little press, press. So you want a heavy tailbone here. Your butt is not poking out. Nice and flat backs. Press, press. Now hold the press with the knees. You're going to pulse down, hold. Then pulse down and breathe. Good. Down, hold. Breathe. One more. Now hold low, down an inch. So it's down an inch, up, down, up. Now if you want to test your balance, you can kind of slowly take your hands off whatever you're using to balance. Down, up. Now hold this one low. Back to the knee press. Little press, press, good. So as you can see, these ladies' heels are completely glued together. It helps the whole back side of the leg really fire up. Press, press. Now we're going to change it here. So you're going to go press back, back, press back, hold. Good. 3 more like that. Little press, press, breathe. 2. Little press, press. 1 more like this. Press back, back, hold the press. Pulse down, hold. So pulse down, hold. Then pulse down, breathe. 2 more. Down, hold. Hold it low, back to that inch. So it's down an inch, up, down, up, down, up. Now we're going to change this. Little pulse, pulse, down, down. Good. Still squeezing those heels, getting some shapes in those legs. Pulse, pulse. Now we're going to change it. So you're going to go little pulse, pulse, hold low. 3 more like that. Little pulse, pulse. You're almost there. It's pulse, pulse. Last one like this. Pulse, pulse. 10 pulses and you're done. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Really nice job. Let's take a quick thigh stretch. So what we're going to do is just grab that right ankle. You want to keep that standing left leg straight. And just slowly start shifting that right knee slightly behind the left. Release. We're going to switch that leg. Right hand comes to the bar or your countertop. Grab that left ankle. Shifting that left knee behind the right. Maybe even tucking that hip under slightly for a deeper stretch. Release. All right, so we're moving into the second thigh exercise. So wherever you are, you're going to make sure you have something stable on the left-hand side. We're going to work that right leg, but you need something to keep your balance. So it could be the back of a chair, a couch, or countertop. You're going to start with those feet hip-width apart and parallel. Take that outside hand to your hip and soften the bend in those knees. We're going to start with a toe pointed. You're going to keep it on the floor, that right thigh right towards your ceiling. And we're going to take 2 taps with the toe, and then we're going to lift it right up in front of us, right here. So you're just going to go tap, tap, lift. Good. Tap, tap, lift. So you're focusing on that top part of that right thigh, right on the quadricep. Couple more.
So that I never feel alone.
Now hold it up.
Again.
You're going to lift up, hold.
They've always been
Then
so
lift up,
kind.
Up, hold.
But now they brought you away.
Now little pulses right here. Right leg, pulse.
I hope they
Pulse.
didn't
Good.
get your mind.
So as you can see, these legs are pencil straight. They actually have them up really high. But even if you held the leg down lower, you're still working that same area we're focusing on. Pulse, pulse. Now hold the pulse. We're just going to lower and lift the tempo. Right, low, down, up. Good. Down, up. Lower, lift. So we took out that little tap and down, up. There's 2. Now hold it up. You're going to squeeze in. Good. So that inner thigh is using that muscle to move the leg in, tighter and tighter. Now we're going to add a little lift after that squeeze right here. So 1 squeeze in, 1 lift up. Good. Squeeze, lift. Oh, squeeze, lift. You're almost finished. 1 more. Squeeze. Hold the squeeze. Just pulse up. Up. That's your last change on this right leg. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Now shake it out real quick. We're going to switch sides. So we're going to rotate that right hip in. Again, that right hand's just going to be resting on whatever you're using for stability. Feet hip width apart and parallel. Go ahead and point that left toe. It's starting on the floor, remember. Little bend in that right knee. 2 taps, 1 lift right here. So it's tap, tap, lift. Good. So it always feels good when you move to that other leg. And now you're probably feeling it in that standing leg. That's completely normal. 2 more like this. Now hold it up. You're going to lift up, hold. Good, lift up, freeze. Up, hold, 1 more slow. Now little pulses right here. Little pulse, pulse. So as you can see, there's a slight bend in that standing leg. Nice flat back. Up, up. Now hold the pulse. Left leg, lower lift. So it's tap, lift. Good. Lower, lift. Think nice, long, lean muscles here. There's 4, 3, 2, last one here. Now hold it up. You're going to squeeze in. Now that left inner thigh working, just squeezing that left leg towards the midline of your body here. Squeeze, squeeze. 1 squeeze, 1 lift up. 1 squeeze, 1 lift up. Squeeze, lift. Good. So by now you know we're almost towards the end. This is when you want to quit, but you're not going to. Now hold the squeeze. Just pulse that left leg to finish. Now nobody can get a little higher. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. That's a tough one. We're going to take another stretch here. So you're going to walk those legs out wide. Pigeon toe those feet. Just hinge that body forward. Keeping those knees straight, nice straight spine as you go down. See if you can grab the heels from the outside. If not, maybe just grab the feet. You can even take the hands right in front of you on the floor. So you want to roll the weight forward here, almost like you're a wheel. First leg stretching, hip stretching, whole body stretching. Pull on those heels, roll forward. See how close you can get your forehead to the floor. Release. Let's go ahead and roll it up nice and slow. So we only have 1 more exercise next. So we're actually going to face you for this one. Again, if you have something you can use for balance, you can have it on either side. Just make sure your outside hand is on your hip. You're going to rise high onto your toes. And I want you to bend those knees and sink that seat down. So those abs are nice and tight, shoulders over those hips. We're going to start by lowering and lifting the heels. Just a few reps here, working on that lower leg. Drop and pop. So it's lower, lift, good. Down, up. So you're rolling the weight from the heels to the toes. Lower, lift, good. 3, 2. Now you're going to hold this one up. You're going to close the knees, then open. Knees close, open. Close, open. So you're dragging those inner thighs together and adding a little squeeze as you do. And as you can see, their knees never go any wider than hip width. Good. Now hold this one close to squeeze, squeeze. Tighter and tighter. Little squeeze, squeeze. Now hold the squeeze. We're going to slow it down. Down hold. So down hold. Down freeze. Good. Hold. Now hold this one low, down 2 counts. So it's down, 2, up, 2, down, down. So you're in that knee position. We're going to do 1 more like this. Now hold this one low. You're going to open those knees so they're parallel. It's down in it, up, down, up, lower, lift. So nice flat back. Hold this one low. We're going to go back to those heels. Lower, heels lift. Drop, pop. Lower, lift. 2 more. Lower, lift. Now hold this one up. Knees closed. So the knees come closed, then open. Close, open. Now hold them closed. Back to that squeeze. Little squeeze, squeeze. So it's a contraction of those inner thighs. Your legs aren't actually moving at all. Hold the squeeze. You're going to pulse down, hold. Down, squeeze. 2 more. Down, hold. Hold low. Down for 2. Down, 2. Up, 2. Down, down, up, up. Last one. Hold this one low. Let's open those knees back to that inch. Down an inch. Up, down, up. Good. So we only have one more change. We're going to keep our legs parallel. We're only moving 1 inch. Now let's take it to a little pulse. Little pulse, pulse. Good. So you want to get as high as you can on those toes. Maybe lower that feet down 1 more inch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Nice job. All right, let's take a nice thigh stretch. So we're going to face our bar. You can face your counter. You can do this on the floor. We're going to bring that right leg up to the bar. You want that standing leg straight, knees locked. You're going to leave your right foot where it is, just pivoting on that left heel. You want to open up that right heel. That left arm's going to come up and over. Feeling that whole stretch here down the left side of your body. Right leg stays there. Let's rotate back to face your foot. If you can reach for the surface that your foot is on, go for it. You want to get a nice hamstring stretch. I'd rather you keep your legs straight than compromise that stretch. You can slowly hinge forward if you're able to grab. Maybe get your forehead to the top of your knee. Release. Let's go ahead and switch it out. So we're going to bring that left leg to the bar or the surface of your choice. Straighten out that left leg, knees locked, left foot stays there. Turn to the right. Now that right arm comes up and over. Feeling that whole stretch down the right side of your body. Leave your left leg right where it is. You're going to rotate back to face that leg. If you can reach towards the outsides of that foot, go for it. You want to keep that left leg locked, stretching your body forward, getting a nice hamstring stretch, maybe getting your head to the top of your knee. Release. Go ahead and roll it up. If you need a quick sip of water, it's a great time to do so. We're going to transition to seat work, working 3 sides, focusing on the right feet. We'll stretch and then work the same sequence on the left.
What are you willing to do to stay together? How many times we gonna break up for the summer?
So we're actually not going to be using any props or anything. We're going to start by bringing our left hip, left forearm to whatever it is you'll be using for stability. So if you maybe should just take your right hand to your hip. You're going to start with those feet hip width apart and parallel. Soft bend in the knees. Now go ahead and bend that right foot. I'm a flexor, but if you'd rather point your toe, that's fine. You want to kind of rotate that weight so it's in your forefoot. We're just going to start by taking this right knee out to the side for 2, right here. So you're going to lift up, 2, down, 2. Good. Slow and steady to start. Thinking about keeping that right knee slightly behind that standing leg. Lift, 2. Let's do one more slow. Lift, lift. Now take it to tempo. So it's out, down. So you're working that outer seat here. We're going to do 4 more half time. 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to change it. So you're going to lift out, come down, little press, press. So it's lift, lower, little press, press. Out, down, press, press. 1 more. Now we're going to hold that leg right where it is. 3 presses back. So you're going to go press, press, back hold, little press, press, freeze. Good. Couple more like that. So as you can see, that working leg is slightly behind the standing leg. And look at how close her heel is to her glute. Press, press. Now hold here. Just press back, back. Little press is the tempo. Little press, press. Now we're going to hold that press out to the side for 4. So it's lift, lower, lift, lower. Last one like this. Now add those presses. So it's out, down, press back, back, lift, lower. 2 more just like that. Last one here. Now just hold it back. You're just going to press back the tempo. So that's your last change. So think about really getting that heel in nice and tight here. You got 10 little pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Really great work. We're going to go down to the floor for the next 2 exercises. All right, so we're going to start on all 4s. So your wrists are right underneath your shoulders. Those knees are right under your hips. You want to pull that belly in, support that lower back. We're just going to take that right leg out, pencil straight, and we're just going to start with a lift lower right here. So it's lift and lower, lift, lower. So those hips are parallel, facing down on your mat or the floor. You're squeezing the base of that seat. If you lift that leg, now don't swing it. Now hold it up. Little pulse, pulse, good. Up, up, good. So you can come to your wrist. Marie's also showing that you could go down to your forearms because our shoulders get tired sometimes. Now they're not hyperextending. That leg is right in line with the hip. Now you're going to hold that little lift. We're just going to lift and cross left. Lift and cross. Lift, cross. Good. So we're going to build on here to this pattern. We're just holding that cross for now. Incorporating a little that outer seat here. There's 4, 3, 2. Now hold it back. Little pulses. Little up, up. Now lift and cross. You're just going to lift, cross, change it, lift, lower down. So it's lift, cross, lift, straight down. We've added another layer. Lift, cross left, lift, straight down. So you're welcome to stay here with that lower, or come with me. You're going to lift, cross, lift, right knee, right elbow. Extend it back, cross left, lift, right knee in, extend, and cross lift, knee in, shoot it out, cross left. So you're almost finished here. We're going to do 2 more with that cross. Knee comes in, extend it, cross, last one. Now hold that cross, hold it straight back, little pulses to finish. Up. That was your last change, final 10. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're going from our hands and our knees to our left side now. So you have a couple options here. You can stay propped up on your elbow. You could also come completely flat. I think I'm going to stay propped. What you want to do is bend those knees, making sure that right hip is stacked directly on top of the left. Those heels are in line with your glute. We're going to move big. So you're going to take that right leg, go ahead and straighten it out. You're going to bend that knee. You're going to bring that right knee in front. I like to point and then flex as I kick. Let's find the beat right here. So the knee comes in, kick. Now if you want to keep that toe pointed, that's fine. I just feel like when I add that heel, I'm firing up that right glute here. In, kick, in, kick. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Last one here. Now you're going to hold that knee in and just pulse right here. Knee in. So that knee's coming towards the floor, your chest. Knee pulse, pulse. Now 3 pulses and a kick. So it's pulse, 2, 3, kick it out. Knee pulse, 2, 3, 2 more just like that. Knee pulse, 2, 3, last one right here. Pulse, 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 8 half time. So it's 8, kick, 7, just 4 more here. 4, 3, 2. Now we're gonna hold this one right here. You're gonna go right toe up, then heel up. So you're leading with that toe, and then going back with that right heel. Good. It's forward, lift, back, up. So you're squeezing the back side here. One more each direction. Last one here, lower lift, down, up. So I like to lead with my heel. We're just gonna do 2. Now you're gonna hold it up, little pulses to finish. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's stretch it out. We're gonna find that child's pose. Just bringing those toes together, open those knees. See if you can walk those arms out long in front of you here. So you should get a nice upper body stretch while you're opening up those hips. You're slowly bringing that chest down towards the floor. Taking some nice deep breaths here. You're reaching those glutes back for the tops of your heels. Inhale, exhale, let it all go. Go ahead and roll it up. We're going to come to a seated position here. You're just going to straighten out those legs in front of you. You're going to bend that right leg. Bring that right heel up and over. Take that left elbow to your outer right knee. As that right hand goes to your lower back, you want your palm facing out. You're twisting to the right, taking that gaze over your right shoulder as you twist, twist, twist. Release. We're going to switch it out. Straighten the right leg. Bend the left. Left heel comes up and over. Foot flat on the floor. Your left hand goes to your lower back. Right elbow to the outer left thigh. Really twist to the left. Taking that gaze over that left shoulder. Twist, twist, twist. Release. All right. We've got a second side to knock out. So if you need some water, grab it and we'll hop up and finish out that left side. We're going to start by bringing that right hip, right forearm to whatever surface you may be using for balance. You're going to start with those feet hip width apart and parallel. You can either wrap your body with that left arm or take it to your hip. Go ahead and bend that left knee, bringing that left heel to your seat. Soften the bend in that right knee. We're going to do 2 counts out to the side right here. So it's lift, lift, good, down, down. So working that left outer seat. Let's do one more slow. Now 8 half time. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Good. So that left leg is now slightly behind that right leg, standing leg. 2. Now hold it out. You're going to go lift, lower, press, press. Bad call. Lift, lower down, press, press. Good. So we've just incorporated those little presses back. Lift, lower. One more. Now hold that leg down. 3 presses back. Little press, press, freeze. Good. Press, press, hold. 2 more. Press, press. Last one like this. Little press, press. Now hold the press. Little pulses back. So that left heel is just pressing behind you. A little bend in that standing leg. Good. Now hold that press. Left leg goes out 4 times here. So it's lift, lower, lift, lower down. 2 more. Now lift up and press it back. Press, press. 3 more. Lift, lower, press, press. Out, left, down. 1 more like this. Lift, lower. Now last change. Little press, press. So that left heel. See how close it is right into that glute? Last 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. All right. We're going down to all fours. So we're starting with those wrists right under the palms, knees right under your hips, abs pulled in nice and tight. You want to take that gaze probably down towards your baseboard, keeping a nice neutral spine. So we're going to extend that left leg back. You can point or flex your foot. We're just going to start with that lift lower, right up and down. Lift and lower. Lift, tap. So as you can see, their hips are completely square here. We're starting working right behind the base of the seat. Lift, lower. They're stopping right at hip height. Hip hop. Now hold it up. Little pulses. Up, up. So you're just squeezing right at the base of that seat. Squeeze, squeeze, tighter and tighter. Now hold the squeeze. Hold the lift up. We're going to just lift and cross. So it's lift, cross right. Lift, cross. Good. So we're starting just holding that cross. Lift, cross. Lift, cross. 4 more. Lift, cross. Lift, cross. 2. Now hold it up back to that little pulse. Pulse. Up, up, lift. Now we're going to add that layer here. So it's lift up, cross, lift, straight down. Lift, cross right, lift, straight down. Lift, cross, lift, lower down. Good. Now you're welcome to stay right here. Or come with me. We're going to lift up, cross, lift, left knee, left elbow. Extend it. Cross it right, lift, left knee in, shoot it out, cross right, lift, left knee in, extend it long, cross the right, good. We're adding that little oblique, 2 more like this, lift, knee in, extend it long, cross, last one right here. Now bring it back center, little pulses to finish, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Nice job. All right, we're going to go to our right side now. Again, you can either take it to that elbow or completely flat. We're bending those knees. Now making sure that left hip is stacked right on top of that right. Heels in line with your glutes. We're going to take that left leg out, and we're going to start by just pulling that left knee in towards our chest. Ready? Knee in, kick it out. In, kick. We'll be a million miles away, waking up on Monday. So this big movement should feel good after that small little pulsing. Working that left outer side. We're going to do 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Now we're going to hold that in. Little pulse. Pulse. So we're working right here. Trying to get that left knee to tap the floor. Lift. Pulse. 3 pulses and a kick. It's pulse. 2, 3. Take it out. 3 more like that. Pulse. 2, 3. Big kick. 2 more. Pulse. 2, 3. Last one here. Pulse. 2. Now 8 half time. There's 8. Kick. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Hold this one up. The toes go forward, up, lead with the heel, come center. So toes tap in front, then heel, behind. Toes tap, lift, heel, lift. Good. Toes. Now hold this one up wide. You're just going to go down, lift. Leading with that left heel now. We're just going to do a few more like this. Last one right here. Now little pulses. Try to lead with that left heel. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, we're going to find one more nice stretch here. Go ahead and find that child's pose. Just bringing those toes together, opening those heels nice and wide, knees nice and wide. Walking those arms out long in front of you. Chest down towards the floor. Reaching those heels back for your feet back towards your heels. Just breathe a second here. Nice inhale. Exhale. Just let it all go. All right, let's go ahead and roll up. We're going to come to our backs. We're going to open up those hips a little bit here. So you're going to take your left ankle towards your right knee. Maybe reach behind that right thigh in. Just gently pull in for a stretch. Release. Let's switch legs. Left ankle now. Come for that right ankle to your left knee. Reaching for that left thigh and pulling in for a stretch. Release. Go ahead and grab behind those thighs. You're going to roll up, legs out straight in front of you. You're going to take those peace fingers and just reach for your big toes here. You want to try to lock out your knees, so if you want to walk those hips a minute, you can. If not, you're just going to take a nice inhale. As you exhale, think about slowly folding your body over. You want to keep a nice straight spine here. You want to avoid hunching over or looking down. You're looking out and over your toes, getting a nice release on the back sides of your legs. Release, pull, stretch, pull one more time. Release. Let's go ahead and roll it up. All right, we're going to start working on those abs in your core. So you might want to keep a ball and a weight nearby. We're going to start with a full body plank. We're going to start with just a traditional plank facing the ground, and then we're going to work some side planks here. So go ahead. You're going to take your hands shoulder width apart and walk those feet back. Now, you can stay on your toes. You can also bring it down to your knees if you need to. You're also welcome to bring it to your forearms. But just think about pulling your belly into your spine. Nice flat backs here. Notice their butts are not poking up. It's completely flat like a board. One thing about planks is they work every muscle in the front side of your body. All right, so that 30 seconds is up. We're going to take our left hand to the center of our mat. You're going to rotate your toes towards the right. I just want you to take that right arm straight up here. So we're just going to hold this side plank. But notice a few things here. That right hip is high towards the ceiling. That right arm completely in line with the shoulders right in line with the left arm. Working everything on that top right side here. We'll hold 10 more seconds. I forgot to count. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to rotate. You're going to bring that right hand towards the center. Take those toes towards the left and take that left hand up. Bringing that left hip up nice and high. You want to imagine there's a string that's really pulling your hip all the way up. Perfect arch right here. Wrists right in line with the shoulders. Everything is a perfect T. Squeezing those abs and those obliques. We're just going to hold 10 more seconds on this left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Nice job. All right. If you have a ball or a pillow, why don't you grab it? It's not necessary. It does provide a little bit of support for your back. So if you have back problems, you might not want to proceed without one. Again, a pillow would be sufficient. You're just going to take it right to your lower back. You're going to grab, let's just grab one weight or no weight at all. So think about zipping those thighs, knees, feet, everything nice and tight. You're just just going to take a wide leg grip behind those thighs and slowly ease back. Now you want to make sure you immediately feel that core kick in right at the top. Now if you want to take a weight, we're just going to go back and up 1 inch right here. Back, up, back, up. Again, it's completely optional, not necessary. Back, up. Think about really pushing those heels into the floor, creating a little resistance with your own body. Two more. Now hold this one back. What you're going to do is you're going to twist right, come center, back an inch, up. Twist right, center, back, up. So we're staying focused on that right side. Back, up, right, center. Let's do 4 more this side. 4, 3, now hold this one right. We're just going to go back and up, back, up. So you can keep the arms out long. You can also fold those arms. Try to keep those forearms in nice and tight here. Back and up. Now hold it back. Little twist to the right. Little twist, twist. Tighter and tighter. You should feel this in that left outer oblique here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to take those arms forward again. You're just going to go back and up, back, up. So we're going to do that same thing on the left. We'll start here. So you're going to go back, twist left, center. It's not going. Twist left, center, back an inch, up. Twist left, center. Again, if you need to lose that weight at any time, we're going to do 4 more this side. Twist, center. This is the last one here. Now you're going to hold this one left, backing up 1 inch. So it's back an inch, up. Again, arms to be extended. To bring them in, frame that face, back, up. Now feeling it on that outer side, hold it low. Little twist left, little twist, twist, tighter, tighter. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. We're gonna go down to our backs, grab your ball. Your legs are going to come to a tabletop. That ball, if you have one, right between those inner thighs. We're going to focus on the lower and then the upper. Wide leg grip behind those thighs. You're going to squeeze and then crunch up. Little squeeze, little crunch. Squeeze, lift. Alternating between the lower and the upper. Shouldn't be with ya. Guess I'm a quitter. Now hold the squeeze. Little pulse. Pulse. If you'd rather take those arms out long. Lift, lift. Hold the lift. You're going to straighten those legs. Same combo. So it's squeeze, lift, squeeze, lift. Good. Squeeze, lift. Now hold the squeeze. You're going to lift right and left here. Right, left, right, left. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now relax that upper body down towards the floor. We're going to work a little bit of your lower abs here. So you're going to keep those legs nice and high. You're going to squeeze the ball and then lift your hips up. So it's 1 squeeze, little lift, squeeze, lift. Good. So try to relax that upper body. Maybe press those palms into the floor here. Squeeze, lift. Good. Now hold the squeeze here. Little lift, lift. Up, up. Good. So as you can see, their hips are barely moving off the floor. It's just a little lift, lift, lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Let's lose that ball. We're going to kind of flush it out here. We're going to alternate a scissor kick. Start lowering the right and then the left. So you're going to go right, left, right, left. So try to keep those legs pencil straight here. Right, left. couple more. Right, left. Now hold the legs up. You're going to come back to tabletop. You're going to alternate a toe tap to finish. You're going to tap right, left. Good. Maybe migrate those toes out a little further on your mat. We're just going to do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Take a deep breath here. We're going to roll over onto our stomach. We're going to stretch it out a little bit. So we're going to start with Cobra pose. So you want to start with those hands right outside your chest, just underneath your shoulders. You're going to zip up those legs. Imagine you have one leg. Now using 100% spine strength, I want you to lift that upper body up off the floor. So your belly button's still on the floor. You're dropping those shoulders down away from your ears. Those elbows are forming 90-degree angles right below your hips. Look up, go up.
And there's a dazzling haze.
Release, lower down. Next is Superman. So you're going to keep those legs together nice and tight. You're going to reach those hands behind your lower back, interlock your fingers. Take a nice inhale, and as you exhale, think about lifting everything up off the floor. Only those hip bones are still on the floor. Inhale, exhale, go up one more time. Release, lower down. Next is bow pose. So you're going to bend those knees. You're going to grab your feet, all 5 fingers together, just below the toes. Go ahead and walk those knees in. Wrists nice and straight. Point your toes. Look up and kick them. You want to continuously keep kicking. Don't stop kicking. Roll forward. See if those toes can come together in the side. Look up, kick up. Release, lower back. We're going to finish with camel. So you're going to come to your knees. You want to leave about 6 inches between your knees and your feet. Your hands just going on your hips, thumbs on the outside. Your fingers are pointing down towards the floor. Think about pushing your hips forward. You're going to drop your neck back, drop your chest over, push your hips forward and drop back. You can stay there halfway or reach for the arches of your feet. Think about grabbing the thumbs on the outside, fingers pointing down. You're pushing your hips forward towards the bar, your chest up, head back. You want to keep your eyes open, breathing normally here. Release. Go ahead and lower down or come out of that one hip at a time. So we have one more exercise. We're going to finish with some bridge lifts. We're not going to use any props. We're going to keep our thighs, feet, and knees glued together. So you can just come back, relax, pressing those palms into the floor. Try to keep your inner thighs glued together if you can. Now go ahead and peel your hips up off the floor. As those hips come up, those upper backs are completely flat. We're going to start with a little pulse, up, up, little pulse, pulse, good. So think about squeezing those inner thighs at the same time as you pulse up. Now hold that pulse. This is the fast beat. We're going to take the hips down for 2 counts right here. So you're going to go down, tap, lift, 2. Down, tap, lift, 2. We're going to do one more slow. Now hold it up. You're going to open the knees and close. Knees open, close. Good. Open, close. So as you can see, their feet and ankles are completely glued together. Only those knees are opening. The hips are up nice and high here. 4, 3, 2. Now hold this one closed. Just pulse up to finish. Little pulse, pulse. So this is your last pulse, last hip lift here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Nice job. We're done. Let those arms and legs go long. Take a breath here. We're going to finish with wind removing pose. So go ahead and lift that right leg up. You're going to grab a couple inches below that right knee, bringing that right knee down and out, avoiding the ridge. Left leg is flat. You're trying to see how close you can get that right knee to your right shoulder. You might feel a pinch in the hip joint. Just hold it right here. Release. Let's switch it out. Left leg's going to come up. You're going to grab a couple inches below that left knee, coming down, out, and back in again. Right leg is flat, left knee towards your left shoulder. Freeze it right here. Release. Now we're going to lift both legs up. You're going to reach for those elbows just below the knees. Bring your chin down towards your chest. And just slowly melt into the floor. See if you can get your spine flat on the floor here. Feet together, side by side. Release. We're going to grab behind those thighs and roll up. We're almost finished. We're going to come to all fours, or you can start in a plank. We're just going to get into half pigeons. So you're going to bring that right knee up towards that right wrist, trying to get that leg at a 90-degree angle. You want to level and square your hips and slowly start to walk those arms out. Just going as low as you can today. Slow as you feel comfortable. Don't push it. Release. We're going to switch out that leg so that right knee comes back. Left knee to left wrist. Square those hips and slowly start to walk it out. Completely normal that one side is probably more flexible than the other. Getting a nice stretch in that outer seat and thigh. Release. Go ahead and walk it in. We're going to finish with seated frog. So you're just going to take those feet out a little wider than your hips. You're going to bring those hands together in prayer. Those elbows going against those inner thighs, getting a nice inner thigh stretch. See if you can get those heels flat, spine flat, straight down towards the floor. Release. Thank you all for joining us today. My name is Amy. If you have any questions, comments, feel free to reach out to us at Bikram Yoga Columbia.